What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor and founder of Hyperion Wealth Management. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is MULN, Mullen Automotive. This finishes at 99 cents today. That is up 14.2%. So a lot of price action on the stock today. This did make top 10 on StockTwits. Had about 5,000 mentions. So once again, we're going to analyze it. So we did have some news on this stock today. Let's check it out. So the news was that the company reported preliminary summary of financial results for second quarter. So it says the total assets rose slightly over 100 million. Cash and cash equivalents amounted to 65.2 million. And it says they have 22.1 million in debt. So right now they're net positive about $45 million, which honestly, that's pretty bullish, given that there was a lot of fears that this company was broke. So it's good to see that they do have cash to work with. Now, I will say that $45 million in this business, the EV business, really doesn't go such a long way. You know, research and development is very expensive. Infrastructure is very expensive. So while that is bullish, they do have a good amount of cash to survive. It's probably not going to last that long. So they're probably going to need to find some way to raise more money in the future here. So that was a big reason as to why the stock ran up so much today. And also just in general, the overall stock market did do really well, especially tech. So really big day for the stock today, 14.2%, very nice. Let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, this appears to be a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 52 cents. And there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 380, 585, 640, 710, 740, 815, $9, 995, 1070, 1180, or even the high of 1590. And in the shorter term, it looks like we have another cup and handle developing, the bottom being 75 cents, and there are multiple possible tops at 150, 285, 340, and 425. So those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. So cup and handle looks bullish in the short and long terms. Down here on the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD line has not crossed the signal line just yet, but looks like it's about to. Very close to crossing. So that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that it may be time to buy. And then we do have a double gap down. First gap down back at 1190. So that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 1190 to fill this gap. May take a while, but eventually it should. And then we have our second gap down at 465. So another bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 465 to fill this gap. And now for the bearish stuff, there is a gap up at 60 cents. That is telling us that the stock may come back down to 60 cents to fill this gap. And then we do have a descending triangle here. So it looks like this is consolidating between 110 and about 72 cents right now. So maybe it'll consolidate around 90. But this is suggesting that it's going to break out to the downside. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 110 and 98 cents. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 110, 125, 135, 150, 170, 180, 190, 195, $2, 210, 220, 235, 245, 250, 255, 265, 270, 280, 285, 290, 295, 305, and then 305. There is resistance above 305, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 98 cents, 88 cents, 75 cents, 60 cents, and then the low of 52 cents. So right now at this current price, 99 cents, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a normal amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 305 to the upside, the channels start to open up and get wider. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 305. RSI is currently at 34, so no longer in oversold and undervalued territory, but still pretty low there. So this still looks like a pretty good buying opportunity, not financial advice. And this did 113 million in volume today. Very significant volume, way above the average of 25 million. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So fundamentally, honestly, I really don't like this stock. I was kind of surprised about the financials today because I thought they were in a pretty bad financial situation. But like I said, I don't think $45 million is going to go that long. I think they're going to have to raise some money pretty soon here. But it's better than being broke. But there were some pretty serious accusations in the Hindenburg report. The CEO has still not responded to those, which is a pretty big red flag. And they're getting sued pretty hard right now. There's a class action lawsuit going on right now. So that's another issue. And also, just in the EV space, they have a lot of competition. So they got their work cut out for them. So fundamentally, I don't really like the stock. But technically, the chart does look really bullish. I'm not going to lie. So what I'm going to say here is just based on the technicals. So in the long term, it looks really bullish. Got some very strong bullish indicators in the big cup and handle here. And again, the double gap down. In the short term, it's kind of hard to tell which way this is going, to be completely honest. We got some strong bullish indicators in the smaller cup and handle, MACD, and low RSI. But at the same time, this gap up at 60 cents is pretty concerning. So if you want to go long, not financial advice, the current price of $1 is already a pretty good entry, especially if you're willing to hold this for the long term. You really can't go too wrong here at $1. My only concern is that, again, there's the gap up at 60 cents, so this may come back down to 60 cents, which I think would be a really excellent entry. But $1, still a pretty good entry, a lot of upside potential. So from the current price of $1, like I said before, this can complete the cup at $4.25. That would be a 325% upside. This should eventually fill the gap at $4.65, so that would be a 365% upside. And eventually this should come back up to $11.90 to fill that gap. And that would be almost a 1100% upside. So a lot of upside potential here in the short and long terms. That being said, this may come back down to 60 and that can be a 40% downside. So a 400 to 1100% upside, 40% downside. So I would say going long here would be a high risk, very high reward play. Worth a shot, but just be aware this can go back down to 60. It is somewhat of a risk. So if you want to go long here at $1, I can't support that. And if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. But personally, I would hold off to 60 cents. And if you can enter at 60 cents, that'd be a really, really excellent entry. And it really shouldn't go lower than that. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, that's also pretty risky. A lot of upside potential, a lot of bullish indicators, and this may come back down to 60. So I would say going short here would be a very high risk, high reward play. You can make about 40% to the downside here if this does go back down to 60, and that's a lot of money. But at the same time, this has a 400 to 1100% upside. So there's a very real chance you get squeezed out, especially if the momentum picks up again and retail jumps back on this. This is a meme stock, retail favorite. Anything can happen. You can make a lot of money, but personally, I wouldn't go for it. Just way too risky for my liking. I think there are definitely better short plays out there in the market. So if you want to go short here, please do that at your own risk. And I would say cover at 60 cents where the gap is. Get in, get your money, get out. You definitely don't want to hold a short position on this for an extended period of time. Okay, guys. So in summary, bullish news here today. Great day for tech. Stock pumping really hard today. Fundamentally, I'm not really convinced about this company, but technically it does look bullish in the long term. In the short term, kind of hard to tell. So if you want to go long, looks like a pretty good play, but just be aware, this does still have a good amount of downside potential. And if you want to go short, can pay off pretty big, but also very risky. So please do that at your own risk. I personally wouldn't go for it, and I would say cover at 60 cents. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today, and good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is MULN, Mullen Automotive. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.